Good morning all, how are we today? Very warm here, so I've got my jumper on, because that seems to be the thing to do when it's cold. It's Monday, the 4th of January, something like that? Yeah, 4th of January already. Incidentally, I've upgraded to Big Sur on my main iMac, and this is the first time I've streamed since doing that. So we'll see if it actually works. Good question. I can see the microphone things going across, so I guess we actually have sound. I don't think we have anyone online yet to tell me if we have sound. At some point I will remember to tweet before we start. Maybe I'll do that now. Let's do that, shall we? Shall we actually tweet that we're online? That'd be a first, wouldn't it? Live now. Is it Short TV? I don't remember the URL. Let's try that. That might be the right URL. Let's assume it is. Might be. And we're definitely online because me checking that meant I brought up the website and it started playing. Yay! Go me for... There we go. Even tweeted. How organised is that? That's pretty organised for me, isn't it? That's the first, I believe. Anyway. So that's me doing my attempt at social media. I have my cuppa. Cuppa is good. One of those lovely sighs as we start the day. I wonder what we're going to do with it. As I said, it's Monday the 4th of January, so this is the first working day back of 2021. I think we're all hoping 2021 will not be a repeat of 2020. Which you probably know due to the fact that if you've been following me for a while, then you know I take photos, I take lots of photos, and I take a photo every day. And one thing about taking a photo every day is that you can look back over it, over the year, have a look back, see what's gone on. And so I did that for 2020 as I did for the previous years. And it's quite noticeable. Life changed when we hit March 2020 and the lockdown and the pandemic really hit Western society. I'm in the UK, so the UK at least is where my experiences are. Definitely tell that life changed. But obviously the early part of 2021 is going to be the same. At least June, not longer. I think I'm in one of the priority groups for the vaccine in the UK. Not very high up. But it does mean that April-ish, I stand a good chance of getting the vaccine. Which would be nice. But yeah, June. And the first half of this year at least will look remarkably similar to the last half of last year. I'd be interested in that. Anyway, I am just rambling now, aren't I? And we have work to do. Because as I said, I upgraded to Big Sur, which was great. Let's put on the desktop so you can see. This is Big Sur. Isn't it wonderful? It looks pretty much the same as what we had before. The toolbar's a little bit different. This is now very greyed out. I'm not so sure I like this very greyed out lock, so I might need to look at the accessibility settings, see if I can reduce the transparency there or something. That's a bit grey and I'd like it a bit more visible. Not sure what to do about that yet. I used to not have the dates done by the operating system. I used to have it done by this app here called the clock. Because the clock also can display all the local times in different parts of the world. Because most of my clients are in the US or Europe or wherever. So, oh, not Europe anymore. Mostly in the US. And so I was using the clock and didn't use the OS's date time at all, but in Big Sur you have to have it, so now it is displayed in that rather unfortunate, unusable grey colour. It's a bit of a shame, but there's no point having the date twice. You've got to have the clock in here now, because that's the way you get at the control centre, stuff like that. Of course it might be grey because I've got Do Not Disturb on. Have I got Do Not Disturb on? Ah, that's why it's greyed out. Do Not Disturb is on. In that case, I take it back. Greyed out, Do Not Disturb. Not greyed out, Do Not Disturb is off. Okay. Do Not Disturb on because we don't particularly want notifications turning up as we're coding, do we? Right, okay, so today's problem is a bug I found in Apple Photos. Problem is, here's Apple Photos. Here's a photo I took. I've got some keywords on it. I've got a title on it. If I export it, it's going to export as JPEG. Click title, include location, and it will ignore that one. I don't know if it ignores this one, but it certainly ignores the first one. So we do not know that we do not get the keywords, the title and the caption in the JPEG. But if we export as TIFF, we do. So I've already done that. If we go to export, which is where I put them, here's the two files. There's a JPEG, there's a TIFF. If we open up the TIFF one, it'll open in preview all the way over on my other desktop, of course. There it is. Open up the info and IPTC. Here you can see Walking in the Snow as its title. Okay, yay. Now here's a JPEG. Again, it's opened on the wrong screen. There it is. And you can see there's no IPTC option. It's just not there. Looks like it's found the GPS, it's taken in most of this picture, so that's correct. But there is no metadata. Metadata is gone. Okay, so how does that affect us, you might be wondering. Go to item, let's go to underscore export, not CD, it's a J for auto jump. Let's do that, make it a bit bigger so everyone can see it. Now, if we use Rodeo, try to upload that file, and we use -n for dry run, because I don't want to actually run it image.jpg. What it does is says would upload to all done. And that's no good, because now you notice it has not determined that it needs to be added to an album. It's not even determined that it needs to display which privacy settings it needs to do, because there's no IPTC data in the image anymore. Not good. I'll do the same with the TIFF file. I don't know if this will work. Yeah, there we go. So you do the TIFF file, we can see it's going to remove the star keyword. It's going to set the privacy, and it's going to add it to the album called Lockdown Walking, which is the album I got on Flickr of all my walks around here during the pandemic. And I should probably rename that to Pandemic Walking at this rate, because lockdown is a specific period of time in March, and we're no longer in lockdown, we're in tier 3, but tier 3 is basically a lockdown by a different name. And really, that album contains all the photos from walking around Worcester during the pandemic time. That's what I intended it to be for. So yeah, I've got this. So it's worked for TIFF, it hasn't worked for JPEG. I don't really want to upload the TIFF to Flickr. I want the JPEG on Flickr. I don't need TIFF there, TIFF's too big. That's ls minus LH. Image. You know, the JPEG is 16 megs, the TIFF is 35 megs. I don't really want to upload the 35 meg TIFF, so I need to convert it to JPEG. What I thought I would do is add an option to Rodeo to automatically convert it to JPEG for me, because I never want to upload TIFFs. Should probably put it behind the setting, but we're not going to bother with that first. Just going to just directly convert to TIFF. And the way we're going to do this is we're going to use the Convert app. I think I got it installed. But yeah, Convert is a image magic tool that rather helpfully converts between formats, which is exactly what we want to do. Rodeo already uses EXIF tool for doing the IMTPC reading and stuff like that. So, you know, when I ran this, working out what keywords are there, etc., is all done using EXIF tool. So Rodeo already has a concept that it is going to shell out to other apps. But if you run Rodeo, you'll see there's a resize option, which is just a quick and easy shell out to convert already to resize the image for me. And it's in here because I can never remember the command line options to convert for resizing. Whereas, because Rodeo is my tool, I can type Rodeo resize -- help, you know, and it literally just does it automatically. Though actually that should probably take some configuration options to change the size and stuff, because they are stored in the config file, which I don't believe I can see. Can I? Rodeo view config. I don't think it shows me them. No, it does. So there you go, resize settings. It's going to use cat-rom, which is a fairly good resizing algorithm. It's going to set quality 75, and it's going to use a 2000 by 2000 size window for the resize, so it will be maximum of 2000 on its longest length. So this particular image here, for instance, is 4000 by 3000 roughly. It will go down to 2000 by 1700 or something if I resize it, which we can do just to show you how that works. So Rodeo resize / downloads _ export use.jpg, and it resizes it. It adds dash web to it, so we know it's resized. And actually, I can probably make this a bit bigger. You can see it. Oh no, it doesn't show the image size in there. I thought it did show the image. Maybe that's what show more does. There we go. Yeah, so now it's 1500 by 2000. That's cool. So that already shows out to convert. So all we need to do is use convert to detect that we've got a TIFF and convert it to a JPEG. So let's see if we can do that. Rodeo. Let's go to Rodeo. There we go. Get checkout master. I wonder if I've not uploaded that. Did I not merge that? Let's have a look. GH. Ooh, what's the right command? Anyone remember? HPR view, maybe? There we go. Yeah, it's still open. I'm pretty sure that's ready to be merged. So let's merge that. Yeah, -- create album. We did that work. Yeah, let's merge that first and then do it. Git checkout master. No, git checkout main for this project. One of my modern ones. Status git merge -- no ff. Need to add. That closes 34. 34. And it probably fixes 22. Git push that to origin. And that closes that off, and then we can do git branch -d22, and we can then push to origin. Push to origin -- delete, and that's 22. And create. That'll delete the remote branch too. That tidies that up. Done. Git checkout -b auto convert TIFF. Now we've got a branch for it. We always have a branch to our work because otherwise weird things will happen, and we don't want weird things to happen, do we? That would not be helpful to anyone. I bet this is a lovely cup of tea. I'll tell you what I don't think is working. I don't think my mute switch is working. Unhelpful. Shush running. Hotkey is F19. You'd think it'd be working. Oh well. Sorry, you're going to hear all my soloing today because I can't actually mute my microphone using the mute button I have. Fun times. Anyway, where were we? I got distracted. Feel free to talk in the chat, say hello if you want to. Feel free to heckle and provide advice as we go along. Goland. Let's open up Rodeo. It's going to go in the upload command, which still needs refactoring. We're still not done there yet. Here we go. Here's the upload command. And what we're going to do is we're just going to automatically convert it. So we're going to do some work. We know the photo needs uploading. We're going to do the process rules. Actually, we should probably... I wonder where it gets the keywords from. Get image info. I'll get image info probably works on TIFF files because EXIF tool probably works. So that's what we call EXIF tool. String, interestingly. So that probably already works. So we should probably be able to just convert it. So we just need to know. Yeah, let's convert it early though. Let's convert it before we do anything. Get right up here. Let's do it here. The extension is TIFF and convert to JPEG. Let's do it there, shall we? Oh, a good idea. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so now we need to find the extension. Have we done that before anyway, do you reckon? Extension. There we go, we have determined the extension before. Filepath dot text. It's like it gives us extension. Let's try that, let's see. Extension equals that. I wonder if that. Okay, and then we can do if extension is equal to .tiff. I don't need brackets on. Go. Something like that. Doesn't like that. Mismatch type string and rune. So extension doesn't return a string directly by the looks of it. No, it does return. It does return a string. Look. X returns a file name extension. I don't think we will read the mode. Extension returns the file name extension used by path. The extension is a suffix beginning at the final dot. It is empty if there's no dot. And that implies that it returns the dot itself. Path of I colon here. Not I plus 1 colon or anything like that. And I is equal to dot. So yeah, testing for dot tiff sounds right, but it doesn't like that. It's saying type mismatch is string and rune. What rune is? Anyone know what rune is? Go. Type let's write it out. Mismatched types. String and rune. Oh, blank. Let's have a look. Bytes, strings, runes, and characters. Here we go. There's a what is a rune. That looks useful. Let's try that one first. I don't know about you. Stack Overflow is where I normally go first because I think the people who write the answers to Stack Overflow tend to write them fairly well. One thing that they've definitely got right on this website, they've actually managed to do that really, really well. Now, I've been Googling online says rune is native for int 32. So it does return a string. Rune literals are just 24, 32 bits and are untyped. Why is that a rune? Maybe it's because I know why. File path doesn't exist, it's file name. File name at this point. Name. But file name is not the right type of thing to have an extension. So now, how did we get file path? File path. How did we get one of them? File path dot. File path. Oh no, tell a lie. Okay, file path is a thing. Okay, so file path is a package. Next, turns file name. Well, that should be a string, surely. Surely that's a string. This seems to think it's a string. Maybe you don't compare strings like that. Or use double quotes for a string. If you single, there we go, look at that. Can you tell my Golang's not very good? If you single quotes, presumably it turns that string into an array of integers, a rune. So now we know. Did not know that before. We have learnt stuff. Anyone else learn stuff today? We have learnt stuff. Do not forget that strings are double quoted in Golang. Right, so if it's a TIFF file, do the conversion. Let's write a function for that. Convert file to JPEG file name. And let's do file name, comma, error, like that. So if it fails to convert, we can detect it and return. Then we can do if is not nil, then we failed. So let's return, and we'll send an error out. Colon dot f failed to convert percentage s to JPEG. Comma file name. Doing something like that. We probably need that to be a colon, and we probably need that to be JPEG file name. If it succeeded, we can do file name, JPEG file name. Do that. There we go. Something like that looks promising. As a general view, so now we need to generate that function. Convert to file. Now we already had a convert function in here, didn't we? Where's that convert function? Up on the upload. No, not upload, it was get something. Get info. Maybe it's not in this function. Get info. Get image info is in metadata. Oh yeah, there it is. So let's just copy that bit there. But we're going to write it in this function. It's right in this file func. Yeah. Put that in. What was it? Convert file to JPEG. Like that. It takes the file name as a string. It takes the convert and string, and it's going to return a string or an error. Convert file to JPEG using convert. Something like that. I use convert tool. Okay, so we actually need to run the command. And the command is not exif tool, it is convert. Convert command. Needs some sort of parameters for it. And then we go pass in the file name. And that will convert it to a JPEG. So how do we do that? Put G in magic convert to JPEG. Obviously we have no clue, so we're going to look it up. Command line tools convert, okay. PHP, no not PHP. This time I want to do it via command line, so let's change that. Image maybe it's not magic, maybe I need image magic, but command line. Let's try that. Oh, we've got to read the real docs, I suppose. Interesting that I see the real docs there. And think, oh no, it's going to be complicated. Hopefully they've got something easy to make it readable. Oh, look at that. We listed a few examples. This makes our life really easy. So my worry about the project's documentation was completely and utterly wrong. That's not bad documentation at all. List a few examples of the magic command here, just very useful. Let's get started. Let's convert an image JPEG format to ping. Magic convert rows.jpg, rows.ping. Okay. So all we need to do is create the correct file name. So that's the file name, and then we're changing it to a JPEG file name like that. And we're going to return the JPEG file name and nil on failure. Right, so all we need to do now is work out what the JPEG file name is. Now we definitely have done that before, as we looked up earlier. It was this one here. Here we go. Let's grab that code there. Ooh, no, that's not quite the right code, but it'll put us in the right ballpark, I think. Right, title, file name. Oh no, that's right, yeah. So filename.base gives us a base file name. It gives us just the core file name. Oh, we don't want that this time. No, what we want to do is we want to do JPEG file name. JPEG file name? No, not here. Wake up, Rob. Where were we? Let's go back there. There we go. Let's take that lines out. They're wrong. They're in the wrong place. Nobody pointed this out to me. Here, convert to JPEG. That's better. There's the JPEG file name file. There's the JPEG file name variable that we tried to create. The JPEG file name is going to be trim the suffix off file name and take the extension of file name off. So that gets rid of the .tiff. And then we need to add to it .jpeg. JPEG. Like that. Now we can run the convert command. We get out, which we're going to ignore. Do that. I wonder what the output is. Do we actually see what it does? That'd be clever, wouldn't it? j_export. Okay, so there's my TIFF file. So let's remove JPEG file. So there's my TIFF file, image 1651.tiff. So we do convert image 61.tiff to image 61.jpg. What's the output? Oh, the output's nothing. Fair enough. And now I should have a JPEG file. I suppose we should actually check it actually has the metadata in it now. So there's the file. Oh, no. It's missing. Oh, no, it isn't. Well, the keywords are there. I don't see title. Alexa, cancel. Now, what did I say that made the echo kick off just then? It's gone. The metadata is gone. That's weird, isn't it? So let's remove. Let's check that. So open image.tiff. Yeah, there's definitely IPTC. It was not in the JPEG file. I don't think it was cached. So let's take out the JPEG file, reconvert, but use JPG to force a different file. Open. Actually, yeah, we could use my little command line tool that does it. Exif view image.tiff. Yeah, image.jpg. Oh, no, it is there. Okay, that's fine. Good. Good. Okay, that's good. Yeah, so we've got, yeah, so if we convert the file using the convert tool, from TIFF to JPEG, we are going to get the correct metadata in the file. So let's get rid of that file again. Okay, so we're back to that TIFF file. Good. Okay, so this is going to work. And when we run the convert command, it's going to return nothing if it's succeeded anyway. So we can use the underscore to say this is a variable we don't need. And it's going to return an error. The error, if the error is not nil, then we're going to want to print out the error message and return it. We can't return nil, we have to return an empty string. Like so. Because we failed to convert it, we have no JPEG file name. Otherwise, succeed, we return the JPEG file name and nil. So that correctly, hopefully, will create a converted file for us. Converts our TIFF file to JPEG file and go by shelling out to the convert command. So there's the convert command. We don't have a convert command. Better create one. I think we've already got most of this work for this as well. So if we go back here, so here's where we did it. Now that takes a convert command. And we need to read the convert command out of the config, because I'm pretty sure we've already got it in the config. Convert command. Error command dot whatever needs to be configured. And there's where the config file is. Now that's correct. It's not exif tool. Yeah, it's convert. So I think you'll find that in my config, here's my config structures. I've got a command config which has a convert and the exif tool things. And if we go back here, so this one, and do Rodeo view whatever, view config, should show in here. There's the upload rules. Oh no, it doesn't show them. Oh, that's an error. We should probably get the view config to show us that we've actually set the commands up. Let's do that. But not in this PR. This PR is solely about doing this conversion. Let's go back here. Oh, not that button, Rob. Let's go back here. Create a new issue whilst we think about that. New issue. View config command should display command info. The config structure as a command substructure. This info should be displayed. It should be displayed in the view config output. There we go. Now we won't forget that we should do that. Okay, so we can pick up the convert command thing, put it through to here, command dot convert needs to be configured. No, I did cmd dot. Oh, that's what. Okay, it's in command. Let's bring that. Hold on a sec. Someone knocking at the door offering me tea, which is nice, isn't it? Can't argue with that. A cup of tea come my way, and I'm not convinced that my wife wants to be on stream, so I hit the on hold button, which did work once I eventually found the right one. No, that's all fine. Yeah, let's not worry about that. Okay, so I think we're done. I think that's going to work. That's going to. Oh no, because now we've converted the JPEG file, we need to remove it afterwards. If we created it, we're going to upload it. Now we need to delete it again after we've done the uploading. So let's create that. Which means a JPEG file needs to be a var here. String. And that needs to be that. But now it doesn't like that error's not defined. So we need to do error as well. An error? No, it's an error. There we go. So we're going to do the work. This is going to be. So the problem here is. The problem here is that if this fails to upload, it's going to exit here or here, and presumably elsewhere before it returns the photo ID. It could return here on an error. There's loads of places in this function where it could return, which implies that we don't actually want to convert in this function. We want to convert before we call this function. Where do we call this function? We call this function here. So maybe we want to do it in here. So that, we want to do it in here so that we can just, after we've done it, we can delete it again. Let's put this code here. There's a convert command. But now we don't have a config object. We have a config object. So there's our convert command. And here's the extension is TIFF. All that lot now needs to go in here. Probably don't need that. Probably do that to get rid of that variable. And we can't return 0. We now need to do that. Oh no, we don't. We just continue. Can we do a continue here? Because we're in a loop. There we go. That probably is the word error in front of it. We can continue. There we go. Now we've set the file name, then we can do the upload file. Upload the file. Look at that. Then here we can do if JPEG file name is not equal to an empty string. I wonder what delete is. We want an unlink. Probably. Golang delete file. Probably called unlink. It's because it's remove method. os.remove. Okay. Not unlink. There's no unlink. It's remove. JPEG file. There we go. Oh, it doesn't like that. Unhandled error. Not wrong. What remove takes. It just takes an error. What we're going to do for errors, I suppose we should put out an error message in that case. So let's if not is null. Verbose, isn't it? Golang for stuff like this. Format.print f. That should have a new line on it. New line. Error failed to remove percentage s to delete percentage s from JPEG. There we go. I think that's done. Should we see if it works? Yeah, let's see if it works. Go. Run. Main.go. Upload. I run. /downloads _export. Image.tiff. Let's see what it does. It errors. Image conversion interface is nil, not string. It greatly worked out the JPEG bit. That's a good start. So unhappy about something though. Unhappy about something in metadata. Something I think should be always a valid string is not a valid string. The metadata.go line 95 looks like the problem. So let's look up that. Oh, there's no datetime original. Info.x is empty. That's not a good sign. Where did it do that? Why did it call set image info date? Put it here. Get image info. So it is not. Okay, let's hit. Doesn't have the IPTC data, maybe. Let's see what we've got in the image info. So let's debug this by step debugging it and have a look. Go up here, go to edit configurations, and we need to change we're doing upload -n, but it's not that file. It's img, that file there. That goes there. image1651.tiff, apply that, do that. Now we can run the step debugger. And we should stop at the breakpoint on line 78 and be able to have a look. So it wants to know my password. Let's try that. Trying to get the password right. There we go. There we go. Okay, now it's stopped. Okay, so image info. Oh, sorry, out. See output? That looks totally unhelpful. It looks remarkably short. Oh no, maybe not. It doesn't look 148. It doesn't look that big. There we go. Look. So we've got an object name. Source file. Oh, we don't have a date time. Oh, that is really interesting. Ooh. Ooh. Right, I fake that. Jump over. Now this creates us a info structure. Mostly blank. It's failed to unmarshal. It's failed to unmarshal, I reckon. That doesn't look right. Let's copy that and put that in a scratch thing. I'll do a scratch thing and say, oh no. File. File. JSON as an option. So there's our JSON data. But we're going to upload it into info. There's info. Info is an image info object. Image info object is expecting all that. The X will hold the data. Okay, X should have all the data and it's nil. It's failed to unmarshal it. Here's the unmarshal JSON. Why is that failed to unmarshal? I reckon it's failed to marshal because of date being missing. But it might be upset because most of the other data is missing as well. That is not a good sign. That is not a good sign at all. Let's go back to export. EXIF tool. Image.tiff. It's got all this data. GPS altitude, datetime. The datetime created is there. Not that. Not that. Create a new tab. That. EXIF tool JPEG. It's got datetime created, datetime original. Doesn't have the GPS data though. GPS data's gone. Oh yeah, that's definitely got less data in it than this one. No. Image height and width are here. The image height and width are here. Title was like most of it's here though. Wonder what's gone wrong. Image.jpeg. Let's just call it JPEG text. And what was the other one? TIFF. TIFF.text. TIFF minus U. TIFF. Quite a few changes, quite a few differences. Open diff works. That way around. I suppose what would make this easier to diff on would be to the old GPS stuff is missing. Things like circular confusion is missing as well. I don't think the IPTC data is in there. EXIF tool IPTC.tiff. Oh, it's there. It's not being read. So what's the command we actually use to read it? EXIF tool -J EXIF IPTC. It sounds like my T is on its way, so back in a sec. That one. Yeah, I had T. Okay, so the command is EXIF tool -J -IPTC : star. Is it that way around? No, EXIF then IPTC. -EXIF : star that image.jpg. So what's that having it? Right, and therein lies the problem, because if that's a TIFF, we get all of that. So yes, I should have been concerned by what preview was showing me. Let's go back to this one. Image magic, type G, image magic, convert, reserve, IPTC. Well, there we go, preserve EXIF. It's a really common problem, clearly. Ah, this is not EXIF data, it's TIFF specific information. Maybe we have a problem here. Ooh. This might not work the way I was hoping. So let's do that again for the TIFF file, but just do TIFF. I wonder where it is then. Why don't I tell EXIF tool to give me the full names? Like G EXIF tool view groups. G. Make sure you're looking at the right information. You say it's complex to extract information from the location is written -G1. Minus A allows duplicate tags. G1 shows the family name. X shows the tag names. Okay. -G1 minus A. We probably need that space there. I wonder if it's using something like this to create the date time created. But look, this is in ID, IFD0. And this is in, yes, this is in XMP-DC subject. So let's take that line, run it here, or the JPEG file. Yes, you're walking in, there's now in IPTC keywords. Which is correct. Object name is correct. Date and time looks correct. But I reckon this is a problem. I reckon that create date is a problem. I need an older JPEG file. Let's try one of them. Let's do that. Let's do r/RKA 1125. Where's the date time created in here? Oh, so much data. Date. Yeah, so you get composite date time created. I wonder if I should bring in the composites. No, not that one. That one. Yeah, see, this is XMP. Okay. So this is a command we know. Where's that command gone? Not that one. I've lost it. That didn't take long to lose. Do not copy it. Right, that's the command I normally use. No, it's not. It's not helpful at all. I'm getting confused. -J minus exif star minus iptc star. That's what I use. But that's a problem. I wonder if we put in minus composite star. Oh, we get datetime created. And we actually put in a -J in this. Let's get the JPEG version. I wonder, but that's still not got everything. I think we need -XMP star as well. That's looking more promising, but even then we've still not got the width and height. This is going to take some thinking about, and I've got to go to work, so this will have to wait until next time. But my idea of just taking the TIFF file, because it's got all the data in it, and uploading it, slightly more complicated than I imagined. It's a bit of a shame that. I bet we need to do something with the composite stuff, but I can't do it now because I do have to get back to work. I say back to work, I need to start work. It's the first day of the year. We really do need to do something useful with our day. I need to find out what I'm doing, I need to plan my week. Actually, I could do it planning my month. Hey Phyllis, I'll try and have a good day. Hope you have a good day too. And that's Monday. Well, actually, probably won't be next Monday. I might have a go doing this tomorrow morning because I really need this solved so I can upload files. I really do need to be able to upload using Rodeo because I'm incredibly lazy, and Rodeo does solve a really useful automation problem for me. Let's see if Phyllis is writing tests and removing the DB requirement on unit tests. Ooh, that's interesting work. Funny enough, end of last year, I was adding integration tests that added the DB requirement to a set of tests, but admittedly they weren't unit tests, they were integration tests. I do need to do some more of that as well this month. I'm self-employed, so I need to find out what my clients want to do. We could take off the desktop, couldn't we? Do that. And have a lovely another cup of tea. I can enjoy my cup of tea as I go and make sense of my working day and my working month. That's it. Have a good one all. And I shall catch up with you probably tomorrow if you're around, same time. We'll have another go at sorting out this EXIF stuff. And if not, I will almost certainly be streaming next Monday too. Take care.